What's up, YouTubers? I'm going to depart from my usual rantings and ravings of drunken stupidity about all the bullshit I hate. And today we're going to do a turbo swap on my buddy's WRX here. We're going to go from that little piddly guy to something a little bit more stout. Hopefully it'll make it have a little bit more juice. So here we go.
Nice and simple and to the point.
Not too bad. Pretty happy little car. Just needs a little more juice.
Interesting. Tells you what wrench size you need.
Okay, now to get down here to the turbo, see it? It's deep in there a little bit. Got to pull the intercooler off. Not too bad. Just some bolts and a couple hose clamps. And you got to take the blow-off valve too, I guess. So, but doesn't look like it's going to be all that bad.
Got the bottom hose loose.
Look at that. I can really get a good look in here. Oh yeah. A little tiny turd. Oh, thing's coming out.
Intercooler, huh? I thought that was just a training cover.
Alright. I got most of that thing unhooked. And safety first, kids. Always want to unhook the battery. Ha ha ha. Although we still do need to drain the coolant, we're going to be cheap sons of bitches about it and just pull the water line off the top of the turbo, and whatever comes out, comes out. Because we're cheap like that.
Forget to undo the O2 sensor. It's easy to miss.
On the downpipe.
Yes.
Did you already undo that, or are you still in your...
It's hanging here. I've already done it.
Okay.
But it's easily forgettable, and I've done it a few times. And you just, obviously you know as well as I do, you don't want to put any tension on the wires.
Fuck no, you end up repping them out. Alright, kiddies. Don't forget the oxygen sensor. Well, that's off now. Whoa, is that a tattoo or grease?
Shut up. Don't be jealous.
Whoa, be nice to that thing. We gotta reuse it. Alright, here, let me take that.
Okay.
A little Scotch Brite. Probably still be okay.
I'm just going to undo these skid plate bolts real quick.
Yeah, that's another thing. You know, I usually get rid of those stupid plastic skid plates under the front of the engine, but I mean, I guess they're there for a reason, so we still gotta take that shit off too. But we're getting closer. There's really just not a whole lot holding this turbo on. It's got oil lines and water lines. What have we got done? Okay, we're going to get a little better shot of this once it's finally out of there. We've decided that getting the turbo out is a little bit more of a whore than we thought it was. But the reason why we're doing this to begin with was Daryl had lost most of the boost, and we chased every inch of this thing and couldn't figure out what the hell was going on with it. And we checked before, and the turbine housing sounded fine, the turbine wheel, but now we check it again. And, you know, that really just shouldn't be hitting the housing like that. So, ordering the turbo and everything was a good call. So, at least we know we're on the right track. Alright, after a good little wrestling match, we got the old pile out. Give it a good little bit here. Ooh. Doesn't it sound like a winner? Yep, definitely dead. This is the problem. Good thing we got the bigger one over there. Alright, now let's take a quick little look at the compressor side. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, no, it's too dark. Oh, there you go. Fins are nicely chewed up on the corners. Something bad obviously happened in here. We aren't quite sure what, but oh well. We got it covered. This side isn't looking too bad, but still toasted out, so yep. Really shouldn't have the fins hitting like that, so pretty dead. Alright, next step's getting the other one in. Okay, again, quick comparison. Stock and swaggy. Look how teeny tiny. This one is not monstrous, but it's a good size bigger. It's a solid upgrade. I mean, I think we're going to be really happy with this. It's not going to be real laggy, and it's going to be a lot more juicy. So, alright, and while I can show it to you guys, we found a nice little redneck fix so that we lost almost no coolant. I don't know if you can see that, but the AA battery fits perfectly. Shove it right into that coolant line. I mean, we lost maybe a cup and a half of coolant total. You know, Energizer power. It worked. Didn't have to drain the coolant, so a little more will come out when we go to put it back on, but oh well. I know you shouldn't reuse gaskets, but we're cheap rednecking son of a bitches, so everything is ready for the new turbo. We've got the new turbo all prepped, all bolted together. All the gasket surfaces have been nicely deburred and touched up, and it's all ready to go in there. We're gonna do a little disco dance and get this fucker in. So that'll be the next little bit of the wrestling match. Alright, now we gotta prime this turbo. So we're gonna do it in a redneck fashion. Couldn't find a funnel small enough for the little hole that's in there. So got ourselves a rubber glove and got a little hole in the end. And basically we're gonna fill this turbo, the center section, up with oil. And it says to kind of give it a spin and lubricate the internals so that it's not just a dry start. So that's what we're going to do here. If Daryl can bite a big enough hole in that bad boy.
Well, I don't want it to be.
Well, just leave it a little hole, dude. We'll squeeze it in there.
I just don't want
You know, watch us make a huge mess here.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to fucking happen.
We're going to make a mess no matter what, I think. And probably just want to fill it. Oh, there it goes. Fill it up till it probably till it gets to the top. There we go. Now we're going to give it a little bit of a prime. A little bit of a prime for a good time. Yeah. Doesn't really look like it's going down at all, but oh, there we go. I got some bubbles out of it. And it's something you might always want to do with the turbo because dry start can be real bad. It could just take the bearings out from the get-go, I'd imagine. Alright, here we are. Just a quick comparison. You can really see how much bigger, I mean, just the compressor wheel alone. I mean, this is the stock WRX turbo, and this is they call it the Big 16G, I guess. Alright, we're going to flip this guy over so you can see the difference in the turbine wheels also. You got that, the new turbo, and then you have the stock turbine housing, turbine wheel. Significant upgrade. Much, much needed.